Hey guys, so today I'll be showing you how to make this infinite watch zoom effect on After Effects, so let's get straight to it. First off, you want to have your clip cut in two ways for the effect to work. Also guys, I prefer you guys doing this on a watch or on some jewelry, because the effect looks a lot more crazier. Alright guys, so first off, you want to cut the last frame of the first part of the video. So for me, it's going to be on this part. So you hit Ctrl+Shift+D to cut it, and for this effect to work I prefer it to be on the top layer, and you want to extend it 10 frames, so around here. Then you want to hit right click, go on to time, go on to freeze frame, and that will just make it. After you finished your freeze frame, you want to go up to the roto brush tool and just rotoscope out the watch or the item of you have selected. Once you finish rotoscoping, you want to go to the top layer and unfreeze the top layer. After finishing with the unfreezing, you want to go over to the top left where it says invert foreground and background, and you want to select that. Once you've inverted the background, you want to hit freeze and freeze the background layer as well. After you finish rotoscoping, you want to head over to the left side of the video where it says feather, contrast, shift edge, and reduce chatter, and you want to play around until the watch looks a lot smoother. Now the watch looks smoother, and you can play around with the settings at your personal preference. After you've finished applying the rotoscope settings, you want to head over to the bottom layer now and apply the effect transform. After applying transform, you want to head over to the first position keyframe and hit the stopwatch on the top left where it says position, and you want to go to the last frame and drag the stopwatch down, or drag the position area for height down. Now if it looks like this, you want to head over to the top layer and play around with the feather settings. That just makes the whole video a lot smoother. Now after finishing with the position keys, you want to head over to toggle switches and modes, and you want to enable motion blur, as well as head over to the position keyframes, select them, press F9 on your keyboard, and if you have the plugin Flow, which is a paid plugin, you want to hit apply on whatever graph you wanna select. Now for the second part of the video, which is the infinite zoom part, you want to head over to the top layer of the video. You want to hit motion blur and you want to hit the 3D. Once you've enabled 3D, you want to hit right click on the timeline, go to new and select a camera. Unfortunately 3D only supports camera, so we have to work with a camera for the effect to work. After applying the camera, you can cut it to your liking. I put it like this so the effect could work properly, or you can also match it like this, so with the top layer. But after applying the camera, you want to hit this pin down, you want to hit transform, and you want to I usually select everything, so I select everything, hit C on my keyboard and see where the transition starts, and I usually start zooming in when the watch goes down, so I usually zoom in like this. After you zoomed in, you want to also hit F9 on the keyboard so you can easily use these keyframes as well. And once you've did that, the effect should be looking like this. I now just saw that I think I should make the watch part a bit faster, so it should be looking like this. Now for the infinite watch part, you want to go and control click on the camera, control click on the top layer where the zoom in happens. So when you select both, you want to hit right click and you want to pre-compose them both. You want to hit move all attributes into the new composition and make sure to check this check mark as well. You want to hit OK, and once you hit OK on the pre-compose, you want to duplicate the top layer and you want to drag this. I usually drag it 2 frames, but if you want to make it more slow, you can drag it 3 frames or 4 frames. And let's duplicate this like 4 times and drag it like this, and you should have this. I also forgot to mention on the background layer where the zoom in happens, make sure to enable motion blur so it looks a lot better. Let me show you real quick. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to subscribe and I'll see you in the next tutorial. Peace.